Welcome to Trivia Viral. Our channel covers all the latest analysis and recaps on TV shows and movies, as well as interesting stories and facts that you may not have known. So sit back, relax, and subscribe to our channel if you have been enjoying our videos so far. A doorman and peacekeeper at the Copacabana nightclub. He does what he has to put food on his family's table when two men start getting into a fist fight. He tosses one out onto the street and gives him a few punches in the face when he resists. He pays the coat-checked girl to take a rich patron's prized hat so he can find it and return it to him for a visit. The club closes for a few months for renovations, leaving him out of work. He and his wife are having trouble making the rent and keeping a roof over their two kids' home when two black men come over to repair the sink. His wife gives them lemonade, and he throws out their glasses after they use them, much to his wife's disappointment. This video is sponsored by QD. QD is Asia's largest platform for students, tutors, and coaches to find and book lessons online or offline, all from a single platform. Sign up at QD today. He makes $50 in a hot dog eating contest to make ends meet. An old contact gets him an interview to be a driver for a doctor, and he goes to Carnegie Hall for the interview. He mistakenly goes to the venue, but learns there's an apartment upstairs. It's ornate and filled with objects around the world. A doctor doing a concert tour going from the Midwest into the Deep South, and needs a driver because the doctor does not have a driver's license. The doctor has asked around specifically for someone who could handle trouble. He knows there's going to be racism against him. The tour is 2 months long and ends right before Christmas. He asks him if he can be away from his family that long, and he agrees for the right money. But when the doctor insists that he be prepared to iron his clothes and shine his shoes, he refuses. Early the next morning, the doctor calls his house and asks to speak to his wife. He asks her if she's okay with her husband being gone for so long. When she agrees, he offers him the job. His wife asks him to write her letters, much to his chagrin. The record company rents him a nice car. They also give him the Green Book, a tourist guide, and list of safe places for black people to stay in the segregated Jim Crow southern states. As they enter the South, the doctor has to stay at blacks-only hotels separate from him. Alone at one motel, the doctor drinks by himself, alienated from the other black people at the hotel. He gets a call at his room that there's a skirmish happening at a local bar, where he finds the doctor being assaulted by a racist white. He reaches for a gun and claims he'll shoot if the doctors let him go. He narrowly escaped, and the doctor asks if he really has a gun. He says of course not, and orders the doctor to go nowhere without him. At the next concert venue at a southern mansion, the host is very friendly to the doctor. For dinner he had the cooks prepare fried chicken. At intermission, the doctor asks to use the bathroom, and the host directs him to the outhouse, not allowing him to use the inside bathroom. The doctor refuses to use the outhouse, so he drives him back to his hotel just to use the bathroom there. At the next town, he runs into the mobsters, in Italian, in front of the doctor. They tell him that he should quit and come work for them. He agrees to meet them for a drink later that night. As they check into their hotel, he refuses to accept, and the doctor reveals he speaks Italian. He explains he was never going to take the job. He was going to meet them and tell them now. The doctor is relieved. The doctor awkwardly apologizes to him for the situation the night before, but he explains that he's been working in New York City nightclubs for years and knows that the world is complicated. They go down the street to a bar for black people. The doctor buys a round of drinks, flashing his wallet filled with money, which a couple of black youth see. After some prodding, the doctor plays piano with a jazz band. When they leave, he spots the two youths waiting behind their car to mug them, and fires 2 shots off into the air to scare them away. He and the doctor begin their drive back to New York, hoping to make it by Christmas Eve. The weather is really bad, with a lot of snow. They get pulled over again, but this time the cop just warns them their tire is skidding. Tony can't stay awake any longer, and can barely see through the snow, and accepts he won't make it home, and goes to sleep. But while he sleeps, the doctor drives them the rest of the way to his apartment. He goes upstairs and surprises his family. The doctor returns to his ornate apartment, and sits there alone. The doctor ends up coming to his, and while most of his family is a little confused, his wife joyously welcomes him and thanks him for helping him with his letters. What are your thoughts about the story? Let us know in the comments section below. Subscribe if you would like to see more similar videos, and give us a thumbs up to get more recommendations of our videos. Be the first to watch the latest videos by clicking the bell icon. See you on the next video.